Bright Rosa is a new line of dies from Paula Pascual, and I am loving the versatility of these elegant dies. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I met Paula at a Kreativation when we were both representing Tonic Studios, and I've been a fan of her style and creativity ever since. So when I saw she had now released her own line of dies, I was very happy for her. In my first video about this newest release, I shared cards that featured all the dies and stencils I bought, except for this Snowflake Panel Die Set. So in this video, I am sharing cards made with that set. If you look at this die, you may see snowflakes, but you may see flowers too. And I love that because it means I can make cards for Christmas or winter or summer or any season or reason. Now it's a larger die and it's perfect for 5x7 cards, such as my examples, my first examples here. The butterflies on the front there and on the inside are from the new butterfly border die, also from Bright Rosa. So this is the size, it's a 5x7 card of the actual die, and it has the outside edge that you can choose to use or not use depending on your preference. And I added a couple pretty butterflies and a hello, and all the details on all these cards will be on my blog, and there'll be links in the description box to that. So when you open it up, you see this pretty butterfly panel, and that again is another Paula Pascual, the Bright Rosa from the new release. So that's a pretty hello card. Now the Snowflake panel is also perfect for shaker cards, and I cut a hexagon out of the center there for this celebration card. And that hexagon was with another die from the recent release, and that is the Snowflake panel on top. And this is a Celebrate from Karen Burniston. And you can see, if you can see, I put some pretty little butterflies in there, and even some bigger butterflies and some beads that makes it move very well. And this one is a Christmas shaker card. So Christmas Joy is from a set of dies I'm going to show you that's also in this new release. This is the Snowflake panel. I cut another hexagon out of the back, and these beads and other confetti and snowflakes and everything move when you shake the card. And so those are some samples that you can make with that Bright Rosa die. But what if you wanted an A2 sized card with this large Snowflake panel die? This is the card that I'm going to show you how to make, and it is a top folding A2 card, and it uses the whole panel, but I'm going to show you how I scored it, and the rest of it is on the back. So you can cut it to any size if you look at it and play with it, and you can definitely make an A2 card. So besides the Snowflake panel die, I also used the Christmas words that I'm going to show you, and the Snowflake Border Die Set for these snowflakes that I put on there. And all of these dies are available at CraftStash, the USA website. And if you are new to them, you can get a 15% off your first order when you sign up for the customer newsletter, and you can get free delivery on all orders over $70. I do recommend their website, and of course links to all these products will be in the description box. So I am fascinated with the many ways that you can use these Christmas word dies in this set. So you can choose to, and here are some examples, you can choose to cut the words, which are, you know, the Merry and the Christmas, are on like a piece like this, okay? So this says Christmas. So you can cut out just the negative of that, which I've done on the inside here. So you can see that if you cut out just the negative of that piece there, the two pieces stay together, and you have the color shows from the background, so that's very cool. And there also are layered words as well. So Merry Christmas, Joy, and Peace are all the cursive, I guess, and then the background layered. So it's very versatile. And there are many pieces also like this. So then you could choose to cut out the word and then have a border around it that is stitched. So that is another option, and again, I really like that look. So we have our Merry that is layered that I used on this card, and then I used the negative of Christmas and the negative of Merry on the front. So I'm going to show you how that works. And then also what I also discovered is that I really like the negative of the cursive words, you know, the cursive words. So this definitely, you can tell that that's Christmas. And sometimes that doesn't work that way with dies. So it's a very, very versatile and very cold die set. And there are 3 more word sets for birthdays, all occasions, and love, with that same combination of the layered and stripped options from the first Bright Rosa release, and I know all 3 of those are on my wish list. And again, this is the Snowflake Border die. You get a pretty border, but you get those individual ones as well. So we're going to use those today. I have done some of the die cutting already. I don't want to make you wait for that. These videos can get, you know, long. And this Merry was die cut right out of the bottom, so I just marked a little notch on both sides so it was even, and I've cut Merry out, the negative out of there, and then I lined up this Snowflake Panel die. Let's make a little more room here, and I'm going to carefully, I've run it through a couple times, and then I can easily pull this off. And as you can see, most of the pieces stay in the die. And then, of course, you can use one of those brush rollers and get those out very easily. So we have this look like this. So I am going to, and this was 4¼ by 11. And I have pre-cut the inside piece, and so this is the inside piece that I showed you, and it has the negative of the Christmas and then the Merry with the layer. And I've also pre-cut my snowflakes, which I was going to put on pop dots, but I didn't yet, but I will. Remember to get those out. Anyway, I can do that. I thought I had them out. But anyway, and I'm also going to use my favorite gems from Gina Marie Designs. So the next step is to score this piece at the 5½ inch line. So we're going to line it up in here with that end straight, and then using a good bone folder, this is the Teflon one that I recommend, I am going to do some scoring here. So I'll do it again. And then we're going to fold it. And then we have a piece of cardstock that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/4. And we're going to glue that in there so that the sides are even and it goes all the way to the top. And we may need to do a little trimming. We'll see once it gets on there. So I like to aim for the biggest pieces first. But I would suggest using a glue, a good strong glue, but then you have some time to move it to make sure it's straight. I do like to use tape runners, and I like to use glue dots, but those don't give you the wiggle room that glue will, to give you some time. Feels like I might need some more glue in here. And one thing that's nice about this brand, which comes from Karen Berniston, is you can refill it. There's a refill bottle, whereas some of the other ones, once they're done, and that just, to me, I prefer to have a refillable bottle, and especially with the, what is that called, a needle nose top, you know, the thin top, that works very well for the smaller dies and things that you want to attach. And I know this takes a little while, but it's not something you can really do in advance. Part of the process. So I'm going to say that's enough. And then so this is the white piece, and you want it to go all the way to the top and be even on the sides. And again, can be trimmed just a little bit. And I made it just a tinge shorter here, so I don't have any issues with. And you could attach that to the inside, but I just found it sturdier to attach it to the front. And then I like having a little, another piece on the inside. Looks good. So when we open it, press it down a little more, I'm going to attach this piece. Again, it has the negative, and so I'm just basically saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And of course, this is where you would sign the card. Here's my little pop dots. So I'm going to put the smaller ones on the center of these. And then this big primary one. And if you can see, there's little circles in the kit, and I cut those out of red so that we have that pretty snowflake with a backing on it. And I decided, I often put a gem on snowflakes, but I decided that I just like the look of that little kind of flower thing, and if I put a gem on there, it would just cover them up. But I also decided that I do like the look of some gold gems, and if you can see that this is the center of like a flower or snowflake, and this is too, and that's where I'm going to place some of these gems, just to add a little bit of interest to those. So right in the center of that little snowflake or flower, but you know, it's supposed to be a snowflake here, and then right in the center of that one, and then one over here, And I guess I did go on that other one. I went to the top ones, but they're kind of folded over. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3, which is a good number for a card. So our card is complete. We have that really pretty negative pattern of the snowflake panel, and it goes around to the back, and the pretty snowflakes, and it's saying Merry, and then you open it up and you have Merry Merry Christmas with a pretty panel there as well. So our cards are complete. And so you can see that even if a die is large, with some imagination, it can be adapted for A2 cards, and that versatility makes stretching our die purchases further and that helps out our budgets. I hope these cards inspired you to check out this new line of dies from Bright Rosa. I love them all. Thanks for watching, sharing, subscribing, and thanks too for helping me share the joy of creativity.